Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. What the hell? Okay. Hi, Mrs. Can Do. Hi, Gregor Gibson. Hi, PA. Hi, Zackson. Hi, Bud. Hello, everybody. Links up there, PA and Zackson. So, Marty V, backbreaking metal detecting. What? Hi,
What's
Zach.
up, Bill? How are you doing today?
Wait a minute. First, that's the weirdest thing. Some reason the YouTube side isn't moving. Huh. You're muted, Zackson. Hi, Don Relic Reaper, Gary Gibson, and Marty.
You got to refresh it sometimes. It was live on mine.
Yeah, I just did refresh and it's still just not for some reason. Hi, Scott McClory. Hi, everybody. Oh, still says waiting. I don't know why it's doing that.
It's you, man. It's live on my side. Hello, Bad Idea. Hello, Marty. Backbreaking Relic.
I got people over on the other side. I got to get over here somehow.
What?
Let's see.
You don't have the wrong stream open, do you?
I only have the one that it pulled up. I didn't open one this time. I got Little Penny, Scott McClory, Captain Vic, Georgianne, Gregory Freeman. They're all still over on the other one. What in the heck is going on here? Hi, Javier. Hi,
Yep,
Hunter.
you got two open again. Give me a second. I'll redirect it.
Okay.
I don't know why yours does that.
I don't either. I didn't even open. Okay, come on.
All right, I forwarded it.
Thank you. Jesus.
Hello, Georgianne. Wendy.
Hi, Georgianne. Whoa. First time that did that. Hi, Jim.
Jim says Charlie got better looking.
On my computer. Huh?
Jim says Charlie got better looking.
Thanks, Jim. Hi, Wendy. How's everybody doing tonight? Yodi, how you doing? Yeah, I don't even know how many people are in here. It's
Hello, Digging SoCal. 20.
It's all locked up. So
19.
19. Thank you all for being here. Oh, now I lost the comp. What is going on here?
Don't bill it already, man.
Hi, Bill at Southern Cal and Christine.
Hello, Brian. Get out and do anything today?
Oh, here comes PA.
What's up, boys?
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
How's everything?
Good. I finally panned out a Banshee bag, PA.
Did you?
Yeah. I guarantee you I missed some. What happened to him?
I don't know. He was there, then he was gone.
Yeah, give him a minute.
Hi, Scott McClory. How you doing? Oh, I did finally get out and get some metal detecting done.
Did you?
Yeah.
You know, before too long here, you're going to have enough nails. You can start reselling those to construction companies.
Oh, I already got enough for that. No, what I found was something interesting. Some coverall rivets called
Some what?
coverall rivets called Blue Bell.
Okay.
And everybody knows that name, but not by that name. I looked it up, and a guy named Hudson started at 20 years old back in 1897, started working for a garment company.
Yeah.
The place went under in 1904, so him and a few other guys that worked there bought sewing machines from him, started their own company, the Hudson Garment Company. Well, their Hudson coverall sold so well, they built a factory. When they did, they renamed it Bluebell. And for many years, they did that. And in 1936, they were the first company that made fabric that did not shrink in a dryer. So we have that. But in 1943, they bought the Casey Jones Garment Factory, who also owned the name Wrangler. And we now know Bluebell is Wrangler Jeans Company.
Okay.
So
Those might actually be neat.
that's why I'm not going to toss them. I usually just throw them in the same, but since they're from back about 1919 to 1936, they're pretty old, and a company with that kind of history is really neat. So
Yeah, you see, because what happened? The reason Levi's got so valuable, the really old ones, is the nostalgia of them for one. But I forget what year, but the Levi Museum burnt down.
Yep.
So they no longer had the historical copies of their pants.
yeah,
So that's why the old Levi's that you can find are so valuable.
yeah. Well, Wrangler in 1994, one in four males pretty much around the world wore Wranglers. They're endorsed by the Rodeo Association. I mean, Wrangler jeans are known around the world like Levi's. So
Yeah. Hi, Mandy.
hi, Tom Kingery. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Beard.
28 awesome people in here.
Oh,
Yes.
J. Paul. Jim
now,
Stewart.
when you talk about Levi's, I mean, I know you guys are into gold prospecting. You know what Malakoff Diggins is?
No.
Okay,
No.
you know what hydraulic mining was?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where it happened, which is just out of North San Juan on the way to Downeyville in California. Well, it was turned into a state park, and my brother was a ranger there one season, the first season when they opened it. There was an old general store there, and they go in, and they had used convicts there at times. They go in, and there are striped Levi's shirts and pants from the mid 1800s.
Welcome, Mandy.
Still sitting on the shelf.
Nice.
With, of course, my brother and the two other rangers being the first guys in the store since it became a park. Nobody else had been there. They started snagging Levi's off the shelf and, throwing them in their car.
Risha.
Never fails. KCMD, hello.
TK. Scott McCoy.
Oh, thank you, Mandy.
Mandy just became a member. Awesome.
Shannon Dalton, hello. Bone Dead Heathens, hello. Got a good group, excellent group in here tonight.
Marty
It is.
P.
No, let's see. Zaxxon, I made you a managing moderator, didn't I?
You did, but that does nothing on the StreamYard side.
Yeah, I know. But I just want to make sure you were. So
I'm pretty sure I am. Let me go check.
Yeah, because my YouTube is still locked up for some reason.
Yeah.
Why, I don't know. Yep, refresh doesn't even start it. Let's see if it brought, and it didn't.
No, I'm a standard mod. Unless you made everybody managing mods.
Yeah.
I just went through a big list of the other moderators, the other blue names on here.
Well, I'm going to remove you as a standard, and then add, and now you're managing moderator.
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, now I'm managing.
So where's Rob at tonight?
I think he's spending time with Denise. She was
Oh, nice, Scott.
He had commented he was streaming a lot. Nice, Scott.
All right.
And you were actually there and you didn't get McClory. Well, that's good.
I didn't do it, Scott. That was Bill.
All right, KC, be good, man.
Later, Dennis. So Dan, how you been doing?
Good, man. Good. Looking for a job, but good.
Still laid off, huh?
Yeah, it's time to find something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, Shannon, I'm just a managing mod for the people in chat. I can't do anything on the stream here.
Nobody could wreak more havoc on my stream than me. So, hi, Tira. Hi, Donna.
So when last time I was down in Federal City, me and Vester, his boy went over and dug 10 buckets of this decaying bedrock, and we were finding nice flakes of gold in there, man. And I was out in the room, and I said, let me throw a couple scoops down the sluice after I glued that new mat together. Zach, you know what I'm talking about. And I glued it together, so I figured I'd try it out. Put one scoop in there, man, found a nice piece of wired gold. I was like, oh, wow. So it'd be pretty interesting tomorrow in my life when we run the sluice and see what we get out of that stuff.
Yeah.
It should be good.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Tanya.
And then we still got the cons to go through from the trauma run down there.
Oh, and that was like 2 yards, wasn't it?
1 yard in the trauma and 1 yard in the high banker. So I'm gonna weigh that up actually while we're here. See what we got out of that high banker. Let me go grab that.
I don't think PA is a yard mowing kind of guy, Jim.
I do the yard. I do it by hand.
He's wanting to know if you want to mow his yard.
There we go.
You want to know what?
He's wanting to know if you want to mow his yard.
Right now, if it pays good, I might just do that. There's a couple little pieces in there, man, that I see now that I'm looking at this.
Culver, hello.
James, my brother.
So did you find anything decent today, Bill?
Oh, it was yesterday. Like I said, I found those rivets. I found another spike setting tool for the ore carts where the iron mine used to be. So I got 2 of those now. And I didn't bring it back because it's too heavy, but I found an ore cart wheel.
Nice.
But I will go back and get it one of these days.
You'll go back and get the or cartwheel one day.
Yeah. Have one of my roommates take me down with a truck, so I don't have to try to overload my bike and bring it back because they're pretty heavy. Mhm.
You got one of the little electric ones, don't you?
Yeah.
E-bike?
Or a cart. Yeah, Shannon, an or cart wheel. An old one. All iron but spoked instead of solid. I got one, a little blue pen just like that one.
Which ones you got?
This is the Martin's prospecting thing.
Oh, sorry, I'm distracted.
Ran out of areas to walk to. J. Paul, get an electric scooter or something. You can buy ones that get 30, 40 miles on a charge now. So,
Yeah, I knew some little guy that would take a bus downtown in Philly to get to work. He was one of the union guys, one of the trade guys, and he would take a bus downtown and then drive all around town with a scooter and just bring it in the job site with him and chain it up.
yep,
And yeah, man, he drive around all day long.
yeah. They've come a long way. They're great. I love the thing. I want to get a little better one. They got some better ones out now. So, the part of the property I can't get to because I could make it down in, but it wouldn't be able to pull me back out. So I want to get one with more power.
Jamie runs around all over in England with his.
Yep.
Culver, hello. Later, Brian Oiler.
Good night, Brian. Hope you feel better.
Hey, Brian, see you, buddy. Sorry you're not feeling well. Get some fresh ginger and some honey. A half a teaspoon of honey and a half a teaspoon of ginger juice, and it'll fix you right up.
I've seen those ones, Shannon. Shannon says some of those things will run 60 miles an hour.
Oh yeah. Well, they got ones now that are off road too. That's what I want to get. But I mean, I used the damn thing today. We got a bunch of free sand to put out in the front yard. So I threw 18-gallon totes of sand in the middle of the scooter and rode it on over.
I don't know if I'd want to do that to my scooter, but that's nice that it'll do it.
I looked like a monkey freaking a football, but you know. Silver Witches, hello. Cindy Murphy, hello.
You look like a monkey freaking a football out there.
Jody says he'd love an off-road bike. Amazon, they got some on there, electric, off-road, 25% grade. I mean, that's pretty good for an electric.
Yeah, 25%. Yeah.
And the biggest thing, like with mine, all my equipment except for my scooter is waterproof. This one can't be out in the rain. That's the main thing. But they have ones that, the first one I found that was waterproof didn't even have a seat, and they wanted $2,000 for it.
Wow.
But now they're down to around, you can get them for $700 to $800. So that's next on my list.
My brother found some ultra lightweight scooter. He needs it to get around.
Yeah. or J-Paul, instead of a scooter for around the same price, and they go much further and better off-road, is the electric bikes. They have some really nice electric off-road bikes now.
Yeah, they're really proud of those things too.
Yeah.
They are pricey.
Oh yeah, they got some that are $7,000-8,000. So
Yeah. I stopped watching. I stopped watching one of my uh, RV channels. They made something. They pulled into a campsite somewhere, and their e-bikes had gotten stolen. Which is a terrible thing. And this is the second time that's happened to them, supposedly. You know how much you can believe all that stuff. And they made passing comment of it in one video, and I guess the comments harassed them or whatever. So they made an actual video on it. And they're over there sniveling and whining that their two $5,000 e-bikes got stolen, this and this. And after about the second or third video, that sniveling and whining, I made the comment on there. I'm like, so hold on, you guys pull into these towns and these campsites in a truck that costs more than most people earn in a year, with a trailer that costs more than most people earn in 2 years, with $20,000 worth of e-bikes strapped to the back, and you don't even do so much as a simple lock on them to stop them from getting stolen. So basically, you roll into this town flaunting all this money, and then for some reason you're upset when this stuff goes to disappear. Not that I'm justifying thieves. I'm just downplaying your whining and sniveling. Another RV channel that I watched at the same time, they changed into a homesteader channel now, but another RV channel that I watched at the same time, they transported their e-bikes inside of their RV. Real easy. Just put them up there in the walkway and drive on down the road. Yeah, that pissed them off good.
Nah, just 0.54. So that's fair.
Not bad though.
No, it's like, even besides locking them up, they've got little. You can tag them now with a finder. So if it's stolen, you just turn your phone on, and it's got a range of 150 miles. You can figure out where it's at. So
that's a good looking $half gram though, PA. Yeah.
That's not the $half gram.
Well, I was gonna say, fattest $half gram.
Right there.
I can't see the scale. What is that? 5 grams?
21 actually.
Oh, yeah. They got trackers on them. It's 2024. You would expect some of these people to have a little bit more knowledge than they do now.
well, yeah,
Should be
my
21
scooter's
and a half.
inexpensive. I lock it up when I go down there because I'm out of sight of it. So
Hello, Detective Jim. Yeah, I mean, that's common sense to me.
yeah. Not only that, here actually in the city limits, electric bikes are legal, scooters are not. And I love the way they worded it. They did it because Nashville and Murfreesboro, people were abandoning them. No, they weren't. They were getting stolen, and the cops were too lazy to go try to track them down. So they made it illegal to have them on the streets.
Well, and then you also had all those electric scooter companies that popped up and went away just as fast. There's still some where they're just leaving scooters all over town for people to randomly pick up, and the people are just parking them right there in the walkway, and they're recklessly using them, and it's just annoying.
Yeah.
22.
Our dog.
22, Zach.
Nice.
Very nice. Yeah. It's just nuts what some of these people do.
Oh.
So what, are you guys all done raining for a little while, Bill?
James and Risha need wrenches, Bill. So does Tiny.
They keep losing on his channel.
Let's see, do that. I'm adding moderators right now, so keep talking, guys.
So what are you just putting in applications all week long, PA?
Yeah, I put in like 20 of them since yesterday, and I got a couple calls back already. And then I got obviously recruiters calling me. You know what I mean? So they're out pushing my resume too. So they get paid for doing it. So I'm just gonna let them do it. They get paid by the companies that are looking. You know?
Yeah. You trying to go back for the same type of job?
Yeah, for now. You know, I only got
Ideally.
a few more years. Another 8 years. So might as well do what I'm good at. You know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of interest though, and I couldn't see a lot of companies that were hiring around my neighborhood, and there are. So there's one that I really want to get with, good company. So I'm hoping to get a call back from them early in the week next week.
Well, hopefully they pick you
Hello,
up.
Happy Bears.
Happy Bears, keep digging.
Hi, Loretta.
Yeah, happy bears. I mean, I don't believe anything anybody says or does, but I think half of the time it's just a gimmick to get a video out.
It's all good. I printed up some flyers too and stuck them in the grocery store for home repairs, you know, decks, stuff like that. My neighbor wants a deck built around her pool, so I'm gonna probably tackle that.
You,
Make a little bit of coin, you know.
I mean, if you can drum up the business, I think you'd be happier doing that than working for somebody else.
Yeah,
Yeah, screw it,
can't,
Todd.
can't make as much as I could, you know.
I don't know. It's all in how you build yourself.
Silver wishes.
Hello, dispatched.
I tried it a couple times, Zach, and both times it was bad like it is now, and ended up working for a paycheck, you know. So didn't have the help available to me to push it any further, you know.
Yeah.
Well, there, I think I've got everybody as a moderator
And I
now.
was and I was working 20 hours a day, like doing bids and stuff like that, and then going out and doing the jobs, and it was just too much.
Yeah, you got to temper your. You have to set rules for yourself first,
Yeah,
because you're no good. It's no good to you if you're killing yourself doing it.
yeah.
Hi, dispatch detective.
I mean, if I was younger, I'd take the shot. But
Hello,
There
Javier.
is it. Hi, Javier. How could I have missed Javier all this time?
Silver wishes in the house. Loretta, what's up, Loretta? Keep digging.
How many people we got? We got 32 people in here. Nice.
How many are chatting?
Everybody's stepping in here and there.
So, Jackson, you've been able to get it out to do any mine explorations, or just too damn hot?
Too hot.
Yeah.
I don't think I've started either of my off-road trucks in probably a month.
Yeah.
Could you imagine getting stuck out there, man? Like 40 miles from nowhere, and your car breaks down in 110 degree, 120-degree heat. Nah, no thanks.
I don't need to. I don't need to imagine it, man. I've been broken down in some pretty screwed up places, and then as you get older and smarter, you realize it's just not worth it.
Right.
I'll wait till the heat goes away. Right at 100 is about my breaking point for being in the desert. Not because I don't have any AC or anything like that, because I do in most of them. But over 100, it's just miserable if something goes bad.
Right.
No, it's like I tell people, it's not like you can go hide under a shade tree or something like that. You're talking as far as you can see in any direction, there is no shade.
Nothing. Yeah. Culver, what's up, brother?
Yeah, Culver, we need to get some videos of rebuilding that Toyota you got. Yeah, not everybody gets the joy of having to figure out school shopping in the next couple of weeks either. Sucks.
Big sniping trip coming up for me, man.
Yeah,
I
August,
think it's
right?
August 3rd and 4th, the first weekend of August. We're going up to Vermont, and then we're going to go into that gorge that we are in last year and earlier this year, and we're going to do some sniping, man. Clean out some crevices.
And that's good weather up there, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's warm, but we're going to be in the water, so and we're going to camp right there next to the creek, so that's going to be cool, man. Bringing the 10-man tent. Ranch is coming up. Cooler. Going to bring a couple fans for the tent. Battery operated, you know. Going to have us a good old time.
Yeah.
There are bears up in the water, though. There's some bears up there.
See, that's what I don't want to play with.
Yeah, they're black bears, you know. One came up on Joseph from Green Mountain Gold Trap while he was out there. While he was out there prospecting one time, and he was in his spot that he was digging in, and he just stayed on the other side of the creek. The bear did his things and wandered off. You know, didn't even mess with him. So I went up there the first time I went up there on the way back. Stopped at the gas station coming out of the forest, the national forest there, and guy had a bear in the back of his truck. It was like 375 pounds. It was a big boy.
Just as a pet?
No, he was bear hunting, and man, the claws were like longer than my finger, dude. Like, you know, it's crazy, man. The side of it. First time I actually seen a bear claw up close like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, can I get one of them, dude? He's like, no.
Make the bear claw into a glove.
Yeah, it was huge, man. Like, I couldn't believe how big its mitts were. You know?
Yeah. Shannon's bragging about it being 60 degrees this morning. Well, I hope you were sweating hard putting in all that new glass.
60's a nice night to sleep.
It is.
Zach would be bundled up under a quilt and two quilts and have a hoodie on.
I would. I prefer to sleep cold, so it would be all right, but 60, I'd be bundled up.
It was a high of 82 here today. I wasn't bad.
We're 110.
Went out to the Amish markets, picked up some fresh fruits and vegetables. No GMO bullshit. No sprayed pesticides on it or nothing, man.
Yeah.
I was happy about that.
Yeah, I could go for an Amish market around here. Everything we got down here that labeled as farmers markets, you know, harvest markets, things like that, and basically the yuppies have all turned it into ultra high price, you know, 300% the premium, 100% organic tomato, only $3 each, and it's like,
yeah. And you look at the label on it. It says 4040, which has got that appeal stuff on it that you can't wash off. It's a pesticide, you know.
Yeah, I watched one of those they were busting whoever, you know, the scammers or whatever, and they had one guy with the farmers market, and they got him at the farmers market. Oh, all our stuff is fresh and homegrown, and so they went out to bust him, and they filmed his farm, and you know how he brags about it, how he brags about everything being grown and all that. They filmed his farm. His farm was a sham, you know, nothing. And so ultimately they wound up filming him going down into the the districts and buying all the produce that he was selling as his own. And the thing was, he wasn't even buying the good produce. He was buying the crappier produce that they were offering, the cheapest stuff they could get. And so they went back to the farmer's market the next day, or the next time or whatever, and they had somebody else talking to him, and they said, why are they all misshapen, this and that, why are they all crappy produce? Oh, well, since we don't use any of the chemicals or anything like that, we just let them grow naturally, and that's how they grow. They're not genetically modified plants, so they just grow how they feel like. And it's like, oh wow, this dude's putting it on thick. Sorry, PA. It covered part of your sticker. Not enough to matter, though.
Whatever you got to do, brother, it's your stuff.
It's just somewhere to display them.
Martin B, what's up? Charlie's taking care of some family business, and Rob's out on date night with Denise. So we're here trying to fill the void.
Yep. You thought it was going to be Charlie and Menardo? You got screwed. Yeah. Sorry.
Shannon says, me and the wife got carried away with squash and tomatoes this year, but I've had enough to share with friends. Now, if I had an abundance of tomatoes, brother, I'd be making my own spaghetti sauce. Baby. Yeah. Can that stuff, brother. Save
it. You can't get away with freezing tomatoes, can you? No, they turn into bad.
No, I freeze my sauce, dude. After I make my sauce, I freeze it. It's fine. Little penny coins. Welcome.
Yeah. Shannon, don't fry tomatoes.
Fried tomatoes, huh? Nice.
Never had them. I did have a gyro the other day. I never had a gyro before. A Greek gyro?
A gyro?
Gyro?
You never had one before?
No, I never had one before. I had one a little while back. It was a beef and lamb gyro. I call them gyros, but it was pretty good. Decent.
Yeah, I never had one. I never had one either.
They're good.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay cooked meat. Basically, it's just a flatbread sandwich.
Breaded fried squash and green tomatoes. I just fried breaded too, Laura.
A gyro, it's called?
Probably.
That's what Loretta and Scott McCoy are saying.
Yeah.
That's like when you serve people haggis and they try it, not bad, then you tell them what it is, they start turning green and want to throw up on you.
Well, haggis is just the stomachs, right? Ground up stomachs?
No, it's ground up beef in a lamb stomach or ground up lamb in a lamb stomach. So,
yeah,
they don't allow that here in the U.S. You can't.
My brother's kids are big into 4-H, so they grow a lot of their stuff or whatever. So randomly he winds up with animals in his backyard that he's growing to eat, and he had lambs. He's done lambs a couple of times, and the first year he did it, he had an absolutely huge lamb that they named Lambo, like Rambo, but Lambo. And then after harvest or whatever, we'd go over there. My kids are like, "What happened to Lambo? What happened to Lambo? He's in the freezer. Lambo's good."
We did the same thing. I was down at my uncle's. They killed an old steer, and I'll never forget. My little daughter is going, "Where's Albert? You're eating him
on your plate." Yodi, what's up?
Yeah, the one I got Scott, it was supposed to be beef and lamb.
That's because Scott, a lot of people here in the U.S., I don't know why in the last 30 years, a lot of people don't like lamb anymore. They just don't.
Oh, my wife's grandpa used to like squirrel. I guess you used to be able to go into the local Stater Brothers and you could order. They didn't stock it, but you could order squirrel meat.
Yeah.
And he grew up on squirrel meat, and
Tastes like chicken.
They stopped, and we're not doing squirrel no more.
No, back at Rayleigh's there in California, I used to buy rabbit in the store because it was way cheaper than chicken at the time. And the kids didn't know any difference. A little chewier.
Rabbit's good too.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the old days, you could buy horse from the store.
Oh yeah.
I got plenty of rabbits around here.
All days. So.
Rabbits and raptors. Raptors grab the rabbits and take them up in their tree and tear them apart right in front of us. Man, it's crazy.
I got recipes for stuffed roasted raccoon. So.
Culver likes a squirrel with eggs. I haven't had squirrel yet.
Problem with California squirrels are tough, so you got to boil them.
They're tough to get rid of.
Oh, they're tough when you try to eat them if you fry them. Believe me.
Nice, Loretta.
We went up to
lamb with mint sauce.
We went up to the mountains when we were younger, and my buddy's family had some money, and they bought a house, and they bought a half of the mountain. It was 68 acres. It was so awesome. So of course we ran the trikes and quads through it and made bike trails all through it. And my friend Joey was sitting at the kitchen window one morning, and I hear pop. He got the little 22 out, the 22 rifle. Pop, 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 pop. Killed like 6 little rabbits, man, or 8 rabbits, something like that. And he was just shooting them, And I said, "What are you gonna do with them, dude?" He said, "I didn't even know with them." I'm like, "Oh." So I went out later that night, got them, and skinned them all up, man, and made rabbit stew the next day. It was banging.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just did some work for a geologist lady. She's out here monitoring one of the solar plants they're either building or running or whatever. They got this thing called a Mojave ground squirrel, and they're endangered or whatever. There's not very many of them. And she's a biologist. Her job all day long is to sit out there and watch for this stupid squirrel. There's one squirrel living in the area. If she spots the squirrel, there's a 500-foot project shut down in a circle from where she spotted the squirrel.
Wow.
They shut down the whole project.
If you look at the list of jobs in 1900 that were good jobs, at the bottom left is squirrel counter. I couldn't believe that. I'm going, what?
Squirrel counter? Nice.
Squirrel
Texas
counter.
Times
White House. They actually had a lot of squirrel counters back in the early days. So
I'll tell you what, man. I'll take that job.
I think that could be due to the fact that it used to have large outbreaks of bubonic plague because of the squirrels. So.
Yodi's Fine says he's been a butcher for 25 years.
Yeah, I did that for about 3 years myself. 4 years.
So you've been a butcher, your own shop, a little shop, or a store? Because I know in the little shops, you go deer hunting, and the ones back home, we take in a deer and they, process it the way we wanted it for free if we give them half. So,
well, I worked for a company that sold bulk meat, and I was the truck driver, and I would do the deliveries. So at the end of the day, if I came back and they weren't done making the orders up for the next day, we would stay until we were done to get them all ready. You know what I mean? And during that time, every time I came back at the end of the day, and sometimes we would work till 8, 9 o'clock at night getting the orders ready for the next day. So I learned how to butcher meat. So it's pretty cool. So now I can go to the store and cut up a piece of beef or chicken or whatever, and save money that way and butcher it myself.
Yeah. So CPA, the downside of knowing how to do that is if you go to a restaurant and buy a piece of meat, the second you look at it, if you got trash or treasure.
Oh yeah,
like $40 plate of trash.
Yeah, I went out and bought it right before we went to Cottonwood. I went out and bought a $200 piece of New York strip. You know what I mean? It was like this long, man. You know, and it was 18 pounds, and I cut up a bunch of steaks, like 30 steaks out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you go buy a new boneless New York strip now, they're $22 a piece. You know what I'm saying? At the supermarket, and I had like 20, 25 of them, man, and I was done cutting them up for $200. So I was like, yeah, I'm buying this piece of meat. My wife looked at me like I was nuts. We're still eating it. You know what I mean? 3 months, 4 months later.
I'm surprised you didn't turn it into jerky and snack on it.
I don't know how to make turkey.
You don't know how
I
to
should
make
have to
jerky?
learn. No.
It's so simple. You'll
Oh,
kick
yeah.
yourself for not doing it.
No,
Danny,
Danny filling in for Charlie and Rob because they're not here tonight.
who is
Danny
Danny?
boy.
Who is Danny trying to fool? If you guys have ever seen Danny and he did not instantly seem confused to you, it was not Danny that was typing. Yeah, Yodi, it happens.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I've heard stories of they've never tried to tell me that, but I've heard stories of people ordering, just like he says, a New York steak, and they get a sirloin, and they try to tell the customer, no, New York is the seasoning. It's the name of the steak. It's not the cut.
Right.
It's the seasoning. Matt
Matt
McBottles.
McBottles.
I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
McDonald's. Well,
Welcome to the show.
well, you heard about the lady that went into a butcher shop in the Bronx. She walks up. This old lady, she walks up. There's a young guy behind the counter, and she goes, "I want a duck." She goes, "But I want a Manhattan duck, not a New York duck." He says, "Okay." He comes back out and he hands her this duck. She sticks the finger up the duck's butt and goes, "That's a New York duck. I want a Manhattan duck." So he takes the duck back, brings out another one. She goes, "That's a Bronx duck." She goes, "Where are you from, kid?" He goes, "Oh, I don't know, lady." Turns around, drops his pants and goes, "You tell me."
Riddles relics.
Oh, Riddles.
Hi, Riddles.
Hi, Wendy. BB, what's up, my man?
Hello.
Tin Man Magnet Fishing in the house.
Careful what you tell Shannon, Yodi. That guy's got a glass company, and he'll direct Charlie in your direction. Tin Man, hello. Are you guys got rain in the next week, Bill?
What was that?
You guys getting rain in the next week?
Well, they say we are, but that could change the day it's supposed to happen. So I think it's supposed to be sunny all week now, but that could change too. So we just never know.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about different kinds of animals to you. And I was talking about raccoon. I was talking to a guy one night, and they go, "Well, we tried cooking raccoon once." And he goes, "It tasted so funny." I go, "Well, they have sweat glands you got to remove in their armpits. Did you do that?" He goes, "They got what?" I go, "They got glands you have to remove, or it makes them taste really nasty." He didn't know that, so when they cooked it up, they left those glands, and you got to cut them out of them. I won't pull on.
Oh, well. Yeah, see, that's one of those ins and outs that kind of pertinent information to look up before you start cooking.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's why
what's up?
I got some of these old cookbooks that show different meats that you wouldn't find today normally, and think, "Oh, okay, that's how you want to Fix that if you fix it. Otherwise, it's going to taste like crap.
It's no different than eating snake or something. You got to know what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, but you could find, I got what's called the Depression Era Cookbook. And it's great. I love that thing.
I'm sure you do.
There's some good stuff in it. Well, you know, people don't think back during the Depression. That's why a lot of animal species dropped way down low because people couldn't afford to go out and buy food, so they went out and shot it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they ate anything they could.
Yeah. Because I wouldn't do the same thing he did. If I had not read that book, I wouldn't have known to cut those glands out the first time I roasted a raccoon.
Donna says, well, I'm no longer hungry, you barbarians.
Well, that's all you got to do is, Donna, is every time you're hungry but you don't want to eat, just go to a food channel and start talking about odd animals they've eaten. And
Oh, yeah.
Mystic, what's up, man?
hello, Mystic.
Beaver and muskrat's good too, Jim. And that. The only thing I try to tell people, there's one animal, they're a duck. They're called mud hens. They are very hard to kill, and no matter how you try to cook them things, hence the name mud hen. They taste like mud.
Tin Man's eating mountain lion.
That one I haven't tried.
I've got my hands on most of the stuff we've said.
I have eaten cat though, so I know how that is.
You've eaten cat?
Bobcat, not a mountain lion.
Hold on, you can correct yourself all you want, but now that you're stating you've eaten cat, and we know you have like 12 cats running around that house.
Oh no, I haven't eaten any of mine. I probably have eaten cat because I used to have Vietnamese neighbors, and I ate at their house. So who knows what was in there?
Bill's over there. Bill's over there prepping.
Yeah.
Jim Steele says mud hens suck.
Yeah, it's true, Mystic. Depending on the species of catfish, some of them you can never get that mud taste out of them. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was a little stringy, like horse meat, but it wasn't bad.
Good for taco making, son.
Cole said cat is really good.
There's a guy I knew back home. He raised Texas Longhorns. You know what Texas Longhorns are good for? Ground beef. That's it. They're so damn tough. There's no way you can prepare the steak and eat it. So you got to grind them up and just make hamburger out of everything.
I don't know.
I didn't know that till he told me. He goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "You can cut a steak out of it," but he goes, "You'll never be able to eat the thing after you cook it." Okay.
Yodi says to soak the catfish in buttermilk.
I don't like butter.
I haven't thrown a fishing pole in 20 years.
Well, Shannon, what you do is you mix buffalo with beef, and that takes care of that. A lot of the string. Good for off. They are. They're good for that too.
Hey,
I remember one time back there in California, you could buy beefalo cheaper, and you could buy just beef. So we were buying that.
Yeah, it's pretty boring out here now. You got chicken, pork, beef, or turkey.
Yeah.
That's it.
What's up, Greg? How are you?
Oh, any kind of red meat's good as jerky.
Almost everything's good as jerky.
Yeah.
Zach's going to teach me how to cook it. He's going to do a live and show me how to cook it.
What, jerky?
Yeah.
No, just watch a YouTube video. From what I understand, the key to jerky is slicing it evenly. You know, you're going to do a deep long marinade on it, Slice it evenly, very, very evenly, so that it cooks the same amount of time. But I mean, you can do it in your kitchen oven set to like 150 degrees, 200 degrees, something like that. 220, you can smoke it fast.
Hey, if she didn't ask for them, Danny, and they just sent them to her, you're right. By law, they can't ask you for anything if she didn't ask for them in the first place.
I keep the coins, man.
were they addressed to her, Danny? Because one of the things they do is they'll ship you something and invoice you for them, and if you keep the product, you are on the hook for the invoice.
My neighbor got something from, I guess, Temu or something like that. I don't know. She bought it or Etsy or whatever it was. It was addressed to somebody else, and she had it in her house. And 2 days later, the U.S. Postal Service showed up, and they were going to arrest her for stealing the mail. And she's like, "I didn't get a chance to go to the post office. This was sent to my house." You know what I mean? They were like, "Well, you should have put it right back outside in the post office and returned the sender." And she's like, "I couldn't. It wouldn't fit in my mailbox." So within 2-3 days, they were there. The U.S. Postal Inspector was out front, and they were going to lock her up. I was like, wow. Oh, no, she's not telling me something there, I think.
Yeah, we wouldn't have any problem here with that because most people that deliver mail here are not from this country, and they couldn't remember the house they dropped it off at to begin with. So
I actually got good mailman myself, but I know the ills you guys speak of. I've had the same guy since 15 years.
you're
Same
lucky.
mailman. Very rarely get a filling.
I was out having a cigar one day on the front porch watching this guy deliver packages, and they usually do it just like the regular mail, go down the street one side and come back. This guy was like a pinball machine. He'd go down one, deliver package, come back 5, deliver, come over 3, deliver. It's like, Jesus, dude, you can't figure out numbers and street names.
Right.
Well, if it was a Sunday, they're different Sunday because they're package delivery only.
Oh yeah, no, this was a weekday.
Yeah.
We have package deliveries on weekdays too. This guy was just all over the place. He would deliver packages to one house, go down the street, and come back and deliver right next door to where he just delivered a package. I mean, he just couldn't figure it out. And he wasn't American. He just didn't even speak English. So
Yeah.
Well, don't they at the post office set your mail in your bag or your box or whatever in numerological order?
and
Somebody must be screwing up.
I just don't think the guy, he was dyslexic or something, or couldn't understand the numbering system. So
Packages aren't loaded like that either. Packages are kind of haphazardly loaded, but kind of according to the address or whatever. So depending on who loads the truck, all your mail is pre-sorted. Your mail goes out pre-sorted in a row. Your packages are just, you've got to pay attention. So it's like you deliver a package and you look at your next one. It's like, oh, my next package is 727 Elm, and you just got to remember to get 727 Elm and do that. Who knows what his motivation was? He might.
Well, see, the problem is, and this is how you got to take a test to get a job at the post office, right?
Yeah, it's called breathing. Most of us pass
Civil
it.
service test.
Yep, and
It's a civil service test.
And you know what it takes to pass that test?
What's that?
They grade only on the questions you answer. So if you got 100 questions and you leave 98 of them blank, but you answer 2 and you answer them correctly, you just pass the test with a score of 100.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, hold on to Danny Boy. Danny's saying they sent his wife a set of coins with the bill. She has 15 days to pay them or send the coins back or something. He's asking if he should keep the coins because legally they can't do that and send her a bill. Danny, legally what they can do, you're probably right that they can't get their money, but how much court effort is it worth for you, and how much of a credit risk is it? Because if you don't pay, they're gonna slap that against your credit way faster than you. way faster
Right.
than you can
That's
get.
true. Yeah.
So if you're worried about your credit or anything like that, I would just send them their stupid coins back. If you don't care about it, then you can try and keep them and maybe get over on the legal side of it.
Well,
But
Danny,
they
if
don't.
it's a 64, yeah, you're probably right. They should all be silver, all the large coins. But that's still not worth. They're asking $80 or 30, whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah.
A little while back, Jim Steele said that rattlesnake and grasshoppers are very good. I ain't eating bugs. Sorry, unless I have to.
Oh man, I watched one.
Covered grasshoppers are pretty good.
I watched
I
one of my
don't know.
travel bloggers go eat the Vietnamese street bugs. They got entire carts with it's like a buffet of bugs that you can eat. And he sat there, he ate almost every single one of the bugs, and he's trying to get people walking by him and all that. And there was only one bug that made him throw up. And there were a couple that came close, but there was one that he could not eat.
What's up, Jared?
You can try. You can try it, Danny. I wouldn't, but you can try.
I was watching a video of in South America them eating. Now like in Mexico, down they refried beans in a taco shell, cook out. They were cooking live bugs down there, but they weren't quite dead. And these guys were throwing these half-cooked live bugs into taco shells and eating them, and the bugs are crawling all over. Okay, that's a little much for me. They'd have to be dead.
Nah,
Well,
I'll pass.
Well, that's just a westernized culture. You go to any other country, and they've got their own weird things that they do when they eat.
Oh yeah. I ate lots of rice and ground tree grubs, so I know. I don't think they do it anymore, but in the Marine Corps, when you had to go into a different country and they weren't used to processed food, you had to eat what they ate, so they couldn't smell you, because processed food makes you stink to countries that don't have processed food. They can smell you coming. So you go in and they have fried rice and grubs. Well, that's what you eat.
Seeing in now modern days with the military, they go deploy somewhere and they set up a Burger King.
Yep.
Oh, I was just talking to a logistics guy there yesterday or the day before working for him, and that's what he was a logistics guy. He says, man, he says, the last place I was deployed to, he says, we had a full Burger King built there. He says, the locals are walking by and they're like, what the hell is this? They got a Burger King.
Well, I remember talking to a neighbor of mine. He was in India in the army in 1951 while the Korean War was going on, and India was having a famine. So the good old U.S. shipped tons of canned food over there. It was sitting on the docks because the Indians had never seen a can. They didn't know what a can opener was. And even when they opened the cans, they looked at it because they were used to rice and stuff like that. So they're trying to show beans, canned meat, and these guys are just going, they wouldn't touch it. So these people were starving with, crates and crates of food sitting there on the dock because they had no idea what it was.
It's all culture and what you're used to, but I look at some of the foods these other cultures eat, and I'm like, no, not eating that. See, Culver was talking about bologna is ground up everything. Don't get PA started on what a hot dog is.
I was just thinking that, Zach. You're reading my mind, brother.
Don't get. He did something in a hot dog factory or something like that. It ruined a hot dog for the rest.
Not just hot dogs, lunch meat, everything, breakfast sausage. I'm not going to talk about it no more. Everything that most people eat, you don't want to know how it's made.
Oh yeah, I know. That's like even canned vegetables or ketchup or anything like that. The stuff that comes off the floor and it accidentally goes into it. Well, it passes because it wasn't over the limit.
A normal bottle of ketchup you would buy for like your refrigerator. Normal bottle of ketchup has almost 3/4 of a cup of sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so bad for you.
And then you got to
Natural
remember
that bad.
the ketchup is made with tomatoes that didn't pass inspection to be sold in the store.
Yeah.
And when I worked in a supermarket, my dad was a retail clerk his whole life and had a book of laws. And he showed me one. You get a gallon jug, and the first 10% of the liquid you put in it is pure apple juice. And then you put in water, sewer water, whatever you want. What can you list it as? You can list it as 100% pure apple juice because the first 10% of the contents was.
Wow.
So,
Well,
that
now
tells you about processed foods.
per the FDA ingredient list, the way those work is you got the ingredient list on something. The ingredients are listed by amounts.
Yeah.
So
at the top is what is the most in it. Yeah.
Yeah. So if the first ingredient's water, you're paying for more than everything else of water.
Well, potted meat. I love potted meat. Bad idea. I don't care. I love Spam and deviled ham on it. But I used to tell people, because I'd watch people buy, like canned vegetables, and they buy the most expensive brand. I go, that's no different from the store brand. Oh, yes, it is. I go, I had to do 6B stainless welding and some of those plants, and there's just thousands of cans going down the line. There was 50,000 S&W. Then all of a sudden that label stopped. The next double was like Safeway brand. All the cans were the same, but the label was changing. So nothing was changing in the contents.
here's something my brother taught me on Walmart. This is Walmart lotion, whatever. And it says up there, compare to Aveeno Active Naturals Daily Moisture Lotion. So I took the liberty of comparing to that. I compared the ingredients list. They're identical. I was asking my brother, I said, I don't know how they get away with advertising like that, compared to some other exact brand and name. And he says, well, the way they do that is they own this other company too. Aveeno Natural, they own the Aveeno company, so they can say compare it to it. And he says the reality is it's the same stuff in both jars.
Yeah.
But that's how Walmart can get away with comparing to an exact identical product. And he says, so the way Walmart sees it, you buy this one, they're happy. You go pay the $5 more for the name brand, they're even happier.
Well, it's like, triple antibiotics like Neosporin. You ever use it? Neosporin for considered infection? Okay. I can't remember the other brand they have, but you go in and Neosporin's pretty expensive. So I'm with a friend one day and he wants to buy something. He goes, man, I don't have the money. And I looked over at this other one. I think it was Maya something. I picked it up, exact same ingredients and the exact same orders. And I turned the box again and it says owned by Neosporin. I go, well, here, it's half the price. It's the same stuff. I go, because it's made by them. Just got to read the label.
There's a lot of them like that. Effectively, the way the company looks at it, if you're not going to pay top dollar for our stuff and you're going to buy the cheap stuff, well, then we might as well be selling the cheap stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And as product-wise, it doesn't really make a difference to them what you're buying.
That's like the dishwasher liquid we couldn't get here for some reason. They're out of it online or in the store. So I tried, and I always hated the pods they use in dishwashers because the very first ones that came out were crappy. Well, I bought the Great Value, and there's no soap residue. Dishes came out clean, and they dried faster than they whatever it is. Switching the pods from now on.
Yeah.
But I remember when those things first came out, they wouldn't completely dissolve in the dishwasher, and they'd leave soap all over them. They sucked. They've come a long way. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, basically, you work in any type of food service industry, and you probably won't work that anymore. Bad idea is saying they use the expired salads to make their fresh salads the stores sell, which I believe because you buy one of those and they're rotten in a day.
Yeah.
Always. They're just using those ingredients are good for 1 or 2 more days. They use them up in there.
Yeah, Danny, you're right. If you didn't order it and they sent it to you and they want want you to pay for it, you don't have to give it back, and you don't have to pay for it. That's all there is. Well, that's like I was arguing with a guy. He was talking about, because they have the United Grocers book, which gives you the pricing index for stuff, right? And he was talking about a small chain compared to a large chain. He goes, well, they all pay the same price. I go, no, they don't. I go, I work for chain grocery stores, chain restaurants. The difference between a big chain and little chain will go in and yeah, they'll pay I think it's like $3 per quart jar of Best Foods mayonnaise if you buy it by a pallet. I go, you go to a big company like Safeway or Kroger, they don't buy it by the pallet, they buy it by the freight carload. So they do like a 5-year contract. We will pay you this much per quart for this so many over 5 years. So they're paying like $1.10.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh no, the UG book says this is what everybody pays. I go, if you buy it by the pallet, they're not. They're signing a contract with the company to buy so much over a certain period of time at a certain price. I go, and it can work both ways. It can save you, or like when I worked back for Denny's in the 70s, they just signed a 5-year contract with can't remember what coffee company it was, but within a week, because coffee prices gone through the roof, and a week later the prices fell way down. So they screwed themselves for 5 years because they were paying top dollar for coffee when they didn't need to. But that's how that works.
I'm sure they were still turning a profit on their coffee.
Oh yeah, they're still turning a profit, but they could have turned a better profit because I think they were paying like 3 to 4 times as much as what everybody else was on that one.
Yeah. Later, Jim Steele.
Hey, Jim. Ronnie, what's up, bro?
But that was, you got to remember, that's back in the day when it was 50 cents for a cup and you could drink all you want for 50 cents. Now you go into a restaurant and it's like $3 a cup. And if you have a second one, they want another $3.
Oh, you want to hear something ridiculous? You want to hear something ridiculous? About a week ago, I went to Vegas, a week and a half ago or something like that. And I went into one of the Korean barbecue places that was inside of a casino. You know, so they think they're top notch, and they thought they were top notch. Everything there was super pricey. But we go in there, and me and the wife both ordered Coca-Colas. So they brought us a little stainless steel cup or whatever. These are $5 a piece drinks. They're $5. They didn't have any tea. I usually get tea, but they bring us the little stainless steel cups with ice, and they bring us a aluminum can of Coca-Cola at a place that I'm paying $5 a drink for. I don't know if that's something to do with the culture where they think it's better when it comes out of a can or something, but they brought me an aluminum can of Coca-Cola. I was a little disappointed.
At $5.
At $5 each.
No.
You know, this is one of the places. It was in a casino. It was or they were trying to sell themselves off as a fancy restaurant or a semi-fancy restaurant, and it's no. I mean, I understand a drink being $5 because it is what it is out here, but don't bring me a can for $5. Oh, of course, Vegas is overpriced. Everything's overpriced.
Oh yeah, and in any place where they have gaming, it's overpriced.
Well, you want to know the bad part about Vegas being so overpriced? I'm from California, so I went to Vegas, and the prices, you know, they weren't that bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's expensive, it sure is, but they weren't that far out of line. Just because I come from a rapist state. That we did have I did eat Chick-fil-A while I was there. I don't know if it's just because I got some crappy one off of the Vegas Strip or whatever, but Chick-fil-A is overrated in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. I agree with you. And that's not just, you didn't get a crappy one. That's just Chick-fil-A. They are overrated.
I mean, it was okay, but nothing to brag about.
That's like, hey, when I hear people say, "Oh man, Kentucky Fried's the best," no.
It's okay.
I like Chick-fil-A's chicken, egg, and cheese in the morning. Good breakfast sandwich.
They were probably okay, but me and my son just ate at Popeyes because we got a Popeyes in town, and they sent us out one of those little coupon flyer things. And whenever they send those, I try to use at least 1 or 2 coupons off of them, just so that they keep sending them, because they know where that coupon's coming from when they scan it. You know, they know that was sent to Market B in town. So I try to use one just so we can keep getting them. My friends across town get different coupons than I do. But we went down. There was 2 can dine for $15.99 or some crap like that.
Well, I can't do that, Shannon.
Chicken sandwich, fries, and a drink. I think the Popeyes chicken sandwich was better than the Chick-fil-A one.
Oh yeah, I love Popeyes.
It had a big old hunky piece of chicken on it. It was good.
I can't do races, Shannon. For some reason the duck races won't let me. I don't know why.
Shannon, I have races set up here, but it won't let me poll participants correctly. That's what I was doing in the beginning of the show. Was I was trying to figure out if I could set this up, and it's only giving me like 20, not even 20 participants. According to my participants list, it's Wendy's, Tinsman, Bad Ideas, Shannon, Ronnie, Paparous, PA, Danny Boy, Keep Digging, Iron Antler, Flying Arrow, and Dispatch. So it's refreshing too fast. So I can't do the duck race because I'm not getting the names, and I'm not going to sit here and type them in like Rob used to. And I can't do the StreamYard giveaway tool because I'm not an admin on the channel. So only Bill can do the StreamYard giveaway tool.
God, I haven't used that in so long. I don't even know if I remember how to.
You would have to open another window in StreamYard giveaway tool. Get that open, and then it'll let you can follow the prompts and do it. I had it all set up, but I'm not admin on Bill's channel, so I can't give away tool his race. I can do it on Rob's or Charlie's or Wrench's, but I can't do it here. But I mean, even if we don't run races, it's not that bad.
I can't do races because Wrench is not here. Wrench is not here. He usually does my races for me.
Yeah, I would be the same on here. I can do them on Wrenches because I'm admin on Wrenches, but without being an admin, I can't set up anything. But at either rate, not every stream has to be giveaways.
Right. You gotta have keys to do that too, you know.
Do what?
You have to have the keys to do that.
Yeah. So I can't set it up. I tried. Yeah, Tin Man. Microsoft they updated and the whole system went down.
Okay.
Yeah, Martin, $5 a can for soda. I certainly have some sodas for sale for $5 a can.
Let's see.
And Flying Arrows wanting to know if you got his email.
Who?
Flying Arrow. Oh, you got it.
Okay.
I got it.
22. Where's 20? Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna want one of them hats, Scott. Without a doubt. That's badass.
Okay, just type something in, folks, and
Oh, that's a coin? Oh, a wooden coin.
It's a leather patch.
Oh, nice.
That's badass, bro.
so Shannon, you still want to do that for everybody in the stream?
All right.
Very
Don't
cool.
close that out when you're done.
He says he'll throw. So on this draw, right, Shannon? Heck yeah, he says. Okay. Why isn't it working? There we go. That's why. Martin Bishop, are you here?
Congrats, Martin Bishop.
Congrats, Martin Bishop. Yeah, Shannon, put your email in there so Martin can get hold of you.
All right, Bill. Here's what I'm gonna do. I keep complaining at you guys that nobody uses. Don't close that.
Oh,
Did you close it?
there we go.
All right. I keep complaining at you guys that nobody uses an ultrasonic cleaner for the coins or gold. Since we got kind of a diehard stream here, people who actually want to hang out and chat, we have a smaller number of people who want to hang out on Saturday nights. I'm going to give away a small, cheap, ultrasonic jewelry cleaner. I'll ship that from Amazon, and we'll have somebody try it on some of their coins or something that they've dug up. You know what I mean? Just they're little tiny things. You just toss your stuff in there, turn it on, and it's whatever the hell it does.
Yeah, I've seen one. I never used one.
Martin
Hey,
Bishop's
you guys
here.
ready?
Martin Bishop, you need to email Shannon Dalton.
Yep.
So
Shannon
I will throw that up to the winner. Just email me, imzackson@gmail.com. But I want to see somebody use it. I want to see an old coin get thrown in there or something and see if it's actually something that's worth it.
Marty,
Marty. Perfect. Hey, wait, Marty's Canada?
Thank you, Zach. Thank you,
Is
Shannon.
Marty Bistro Canada? Marty V, are you here? Which Marty is in Canada?
Marty, you still here? Huh?
Yeah, Marty.
No, Marty V lives in. He's here.
Is he U.S. or Canada?
He's in Iowa.
Iowa. Sweet.
U.S.
Marty V. I'll go through my
Real
email.
noise. Okay. You're thinking of Marty's Treasures. Gentleman Prospector. Hello. Well, thank you, Zach.
Marty
Thank
V.
you,
Email me and I'll set that up. Get it sent out to you. Try it on a coin, on a real dirty coin though. See if it makes a difference. I'd be interested to see how they work. Congrats, Marty. Thank you, everyone, for coming and hanging out with us, too. We're not having our usual Charlie or Rob banter.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Jackson. Now I remember how to use that tool now.
That was the easiest. Rob got with me earlier, and he wanted to know if I wanted the master list, and I didn't want to run it. One, I don't races. I never bothered.
Not only that, with the smaller crowd we have in here tonight, we could be running races forever and going down the list and not finding anybody either.
Oh, off of the master list? Yeah.
Yeah. Back Road Hillbillies, how you doing?
Hey, Ken, what's up, bud?
Miss it says thanks, Jackson. That was a nice prize.
I want to see somebody use it. Because I know
Getting me.
some of the gold cleaners on their gold pay dirts, they ultrasonic clean their gold so it's really, really bright and shiny when they send it out in the dirt. That way it's just, it really pops when you find it. There's no reason one of those wouldn't do great for metal detecting finds. Just rinse it off, knock the horns off it, toss it in there. The coins
Right.
or buttons or whatever should come out really clean. What?
Look at
Back
Danny.
Road.
I didn't know it was Saturday. Someone left me a comment. I need to flip my calendar to July. Might as well set it for August now, Danny.
Danny, it's August. No, I do that. I've got a big day planner right directly in front of my keyboard here because this is a long space. My arm's all fully stretched out. I'm still from the computer, but I got a big day planner, and kids will be telling me dates. I'm like, but that's a Saturday. You guys aren't in school on Saturday, and then I realized my calendar is like 2 months off. Yeah, Shannon, it would be neat to see Marty being the coin guy. That's actually going to work out great because I'm sure he has some grody coins somewhere or another. No, Danny, it's not August yet. Might as well be. Not August yet.
All I remember, worst time I ever lost time, it was my 35th birthday. A friend of mine threw a big party for me. It was on a Friday night. I'm sitting there on the couch and I wake up, I look around and everybody's gone. I go, man, what happened to everybody? He goes, dude, it's Tuesday. Oh.
I've done that.
Can you say alcohol poisoning?
Early 2000s, I had lost honestly, I've lost about 5 days.
Do you now?
Early 2000s were bad years, but it's like
Dave Murray, hello.
Me too, bro.
You lost 5 days? Oh, yeah.
We used to belong to this thing called the Kamikaze Club. It's not good. And there was 8 of us there one night, and we all bought around, and then everybody bought around. So we all did like 16 shots in like 40 minutes. Yeah, it was a bad night. Blacked out, woke up, finally came back to. I was at work the next day, and throwing up all over the place. It was bad.
Yeah, I had a few of those bad experiences. They were not very wise.
No.
Shannon Dalton was informed he had a great time on his 50th birthday party. He remembers the first few hours.
It's more than I remember my 35th.
No, I when I was turning 21, I was working landscaping, and my birthday was on a Monday or something like that. And I went into the boss and I told him, I'm like, hey, I turned 21 on Monday, or Sunday. I want to know if I can have the next Monday off because I'm sure it's gonna be a long time. And he says, you sure you don't want the week off? No, I just need the day. He says, are you sure you don't want the week off? He says, I've turned 21 once. He says, it would be best if I gave you the week off. No, I just need the day. A week later, I went in to pick up my check. He probably would have let me keep the job, but it was a busy week.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Come on in. Come in. Close the door.
Dinner.
They're out. But,
Finally cooling down out here. Always nice. Oh, boy.
Yeah. I had to kind of chill on the drinking a little bit.
I messed up my early 20s. I got married, says Danny.
Yeah, I know that mistake well.
We all did that, Danny. Or a lot of
I
us.
did too. I was married at 23. That was a mistake. Expensive mistake.
I got married at 25. It's gonna be a really expensive mistake.
The 3.2 flu. I haven't heard that in years, Shannon.
First time I ever heard that. But that's pretty cool, dude.
You never heard that before?
No,
In
3.2.
a lot of states, it used to be, hi, Patty, when you bought beer, if you bought it in a grocery store, they could only sell 3.2 beer. You had to go to a liquor store to buy anything stronger. And the military, out of the vending machines, it was 3.2 beer.
I thought you were talking about the legal alcohol limit.
No.
0.8.
I was thinking
blowing in 3.2.
In beer.
I was thinking about it. If you got your your blood alcohol level up to a 3.2, you'd be doing.
Alcohol poisoning.
Oh, you're lucky to make it through that one of those that high.
Right. I bet you that kamikaze night was damn near that.
No, because I imagine they don't do it anymore. On military bases, they had vending machines right there. Anytime you could go up and buy a beer. So.
Yeah, I remember leaving the bar. That was it. And then like I came to again, and I was at work the next day. I actually drove to work like that. Bad. Not one of my more prouder moments.
Here we are 37 years later, and it feels like yesterday.
Yeah, that's Gentleman Prospector Mama Bird. They're one of those real happy couples that we got in some of our chats. Wendy and Chop Shop are like that too. Some chose wisely.
I thought I was doing the right thing when I was 23, but apparently not. We toughed it out.
Wendy,
We toughed it out for 9 years.
you can buy liquor in a gas station. But many years ago in a lot of states, you would go into a state where you had a street that split towns up and you couldn't buy alcohol across the street in the next town because it was also in a different county and that county was dry. So
I was out in Cherokee, North Carolina for a few months one summer, and that's a dry county except for inside of the casino, and we weren't allowed to go in the casino. So we drove all the way to the next county to get beer and bring it back.
well, I remember early 70s, my brother had moved to Georgia, Fayetteville, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. And back then you couldn't buy non-pasteurized beer in Georgia. So he had a van, and to make extra money, we would cross the state line with this van, fill it up with Coors, take it back to sell for twice the price. Make some good money doing that.
Being an entrepreneur, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bad Ideas down in Oklahoma. They got the ammo vending machines now.
They got the what?
Ammo vending machines.
Oh yeah, I've heard about those. Okay, yeah.
I mean, nobody with a brain's going to buy out of them, but I guarantee you a few of them will get stolen.
Oh, Wendy, California has bars out in the middle. Of course, some of them aren't legal. They don't have a license, but they got bars where you wouldn't even believe to be a building.
They call them hangouts.
Now they're all smoke shops. The alcohol's not nearly as big of an issue out here anymore because it's just so readily available. Now you got a smoke shop on every corner, and the thing is, they're all tobacco smoke shops or whatever, and they do sell things like that. But the smoke shops are running gambling games, online gambling games. Mm-hmm. So the people come in and they put $100 on this. I don't know exactly how the game works or whatever, but it's kind of like a lottery gambling game that runs every couple of hours or 15 minutes. I don't know. I've never actually seen the program, but you're in there trying to buy some cigarettes or something, and the 5 people in front of you are either making bets or collecting bets, and it's so bad. Even the owners of the smoke shop bet on their own games sometimes because they've got the chance to turn their $100 into $1,500 or whatever. So I don't know exactly how the payouts work and things like that because they're obviously not trying to take their own money, but the dude will be sitting there, they'll be doing their smoke shop business, and the dude's got a second cell phone sitting right there, and they're just taking bets all day long. Every other customer is put 25 on it. Oh, I won, and they show them their phone or whatever, and they type in their little username or however it works. But they're running gambling games out of them now. So
nice.
They are. On money you spent at casinos, Donna, I don't know. Not unless they're going to write some portion of that off. Where you spend your money is really none of their damn business. It is
now. They want to know as of last July. They want to know when you make $600 or when you spend $600.
My taxes are going to be interesting this year.
I didn't even do mine because it's voluntary, and I'm not doing it until they come after me.
Whatever works for you. It didn't work out so well for my dad. Yeah, Bad Idea. I've always liked coin pushers too.
Up in here in Pennsylvania, they used to have the video poker games, And the blackjack games, they would put them in the stores, and then you get paid if you win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you win.
Like,
You win. You take your little voucher up to the register, and they cash you out. You know.
no, we used to just go back and they gave us a way to delete the credits, and then we would just give them the cash. Yeah.
Well, Texas Donna, you're not using your Players Club card, are you? That was one of the things I'd heard about all the casinos is don't ever use those cards they give you because they track your money big time. And
What do you mean? What's up?
and they can't actually tax you on that. Hello, William.
Yeah, if they find a stash house from a drug dealer, they charge you with tax evasion too.
Never with a can. Going out tomorrow, Bill? Oh, you're running the stream with Rob, aren't you? You're muted, Bill.
That's better. Yeah, I got a host with Rob from 8 to 10:30, so I'll go out Monday morning. It's supposed to be halfway decent.
Yeah, gentlemen, I learned that from we had two customers at my last shop. The one guy's still a customer of mine. They're real big on the Keno, and they do pretty good. And they said those cards, they'll get you on those cards at the end of the year. Because the one lady who had it down to a system, you know, obviously she was a gambling addict, so she would pull up to the casino and she'd only take $200 in with her, and she'd go play her Keno or whatever for however long that went. She's like, if I get 2,000 in my pocket, I get out of there as fast as I can. And but she was saying that they will send you 1099s at the end of the year for wins if they know who you are. So she says, I won't ever use those things again. Well, even if you didn't know as a win, Bill, you look at the way most of the casino electronic games are designed. You can put $100 in a machine and run 2,000 or 3,000 through it. But between the wins and the losses and the ups and the downs, you can turn a little bit of money into a lot with that.
Yep. That's like, I don't know if it's still there, but at North Shore, Tahoe, there was one little mom and pop casino that still had nothing but coin machines in it. That I love. No tracking anything that way.
Yeah, you never go into a casino thinking you're going to win money. You go for fun. If you play the games right, you have a chance on some of them. Yeah.
Now, I used to go mainly to North Shore and Reno because of the food deals that the casinos used to give, because you could eat really good and play on next to nothing and get great meals at a cheap price. But all that went by the wayside.
And free drinks, right?
Yeah. You still get the free drinks, but they're watered down. But I mean, you could go and get a nice 16-ounce T-bone steak with all the trimmings for $5. You know?
As long as you're playing, that's cool, man.
Yeah. Go and get a nice breakfast for $1. So,
They still got it at some of them.
yeah, but not like almost every place used to have, and that's what I liked about it. You could go from one place to another and try different foods. Because when I was younger, I
Need to get
remember
a drink.
a lot of guys used to retire to Sparks or Reno because say they're getting $700-800 a month on Social Security. They could rent a place for $300 a month and go down to the casinos and eat all day long for $5.
Reno's supposed to be high class now.
It's
Or high
what?
price anyway.
Oh yeah, it's been high priced for a while. Drinks are not free in Oakland. Well, that's all Indian casinos.
What? No free drinks?
Well, say drinks are not free in Oklahoma, and as far as I know, all the casinos in Oklahoma are all Indian owned.
Yeah,
What started ruining it for the casinos is when they got they were taken over by corporations, and the bean counters came in and started tearing stuff up. Well, you're not making money on this or that. The old, say, mob or gangster people that used to run them, they're making money. They didn't care what they did. Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Then you get corporations coming in. Well, you got to stop this. You got to stop that. Yeah, Indian. That's what I thought, Donna. Yeah, even in California, the Indian casinos don't give you free drinks. At least the ones in Northern California don't.
I don't know. I other than this last time, I wasn't in a casino for 5 years.
But you get to go into an American-owned casino, they would still give you free drinks.
Yeah, they still give free drinks. The problem was that this was my first trip ever going to casino where I wasn't a drunk. It's not as fun when you're not drunk. Marty, that is sent. Later, Loretta.
Wendy's, here they do if you are playing. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Well, if they don't see you dumping money in a casino in Nevada or California or Nevada, they won't stop and offer you a drink. If they see you dropping coins, then they'll stop and offer you a drink.
See, I play blackjack and usually on the digital machines now. But one time I was there and there were like 5 guys playing at this one machine and we were right by the door. So all of the little drink girls were ignoring us. Nobody was paying attention until one finally managed to wander over there. And we were all, mid-30s ish, younger to higher or whatever. One girl wandered over there and learned that we all tipped. Even if it was $1 or $2, that everybody at this 5-player kiosk tipped. Once they learned that, every one of them little drink girls was stopping by about every 5 minutes, and they were just happy as can be. And we're getting loaded up, and because every time they come to the table, they get $10 in tips. $10 in tips.
Yeah. Yeah. Tip them and you'll get free drinks. That's true.
Do what? Oh yeah, tip them if you want your free drink. I mean, from a financial standpoint, if you're playing games and you plan on playing games anyway, the drinks are free. You tip them $1 and they come back and you keep getting free drinks or $2. Or you can stumble over to the bar or whatever and pay $7 for the drink.
Yeah.
So you tip them $2 a time for 3 drinks in a row and you're still ahead.
Yep.
Oh, that's rough, but idea. You get offers to go back all the time. Yeah, they don't care. They just want to see you out there playing.
Oh, sorry about that bad idea. Yeah. My first wife was that way. The flashing lights would trigger her epilepsy.
Yeah, back in the day, you used to be able to use the casinos a lot more to your advantage because they cared about you more. Now it's just dollars from beginning to end.
Well, it's funny, like I said, in the old days, they made money because they didn't worry about this department losing and this one making money. As long as the end of the day, the profits were there overall, they were fine with it.
Yeah.
You know, and then you get the bean counters coming in and go, well, you need to cut this out, cut that out. You can make more money. Well, you start doing that, you start losing customers too.
Well, you irritate people. Personally, I like blackjack. I can't stand 6 to 5 or 5 to 6, but that's all you can get anymore. I like 3 to 2 because it's like you get a blackjack and 3 to 2 on a $10 bet, you're going to get 25 back. You know, your initial 10 plus 15. You get a blackjack on a 6 to 5, and you're going to get $22 back.
Yeah.
And they play with different deck counts or whatever. So your mathematical equation of being able to hit what you need isn't as good. I did pretty good the night I was there. The next day I lost my ass. But the last time I went to the casino, I knew I was going, and I was a drunk then. And I was already playing a lot of online card games before, but for the week before, I did nothing but play blackjack before I left. I don't know how much money, or I left my house with X amount of dollars. I don't know how much money I won playing, but I won enough to pay for everything we needed all weekend. That's like 2 or 3 trips to a restaurant every day, all the little drinks to this and that, roller coaster rides. Paid for everything we needed all weekend, grotesque amounts, and we went to the mall after we were done, and went through the mall right there at State Line, California, because it's a outlet mall, so it's really cheap. So we went through there, and I spent like $400, and I got back home, and I finally counted my money because I never count my money. I finally counted my money. I still had 2/3 of what I left the house with, so I was.
Hey,
I
that's
win.
a good deal.
I was drinking heavily. I don't know what I won, but I know that I spent a large amount of money, and I still had 2/3 of it in my pocket when I got home.
Yeah.
So my system was working. This particular time, I didn't do any practicing before I went. It was on a whim, and I couldn't find any 3 to 2 tables. The only one I could find with 3 to 2 was Caesar's Palace, and I didn't get a chance to play over there. Everywhere else was 6 to 5, and that sucks.
I usually play dollar slots, or I like to play Keno.
I don't know how to play Keno yet. That's one of the ones you got to kind of chance on. Personally, I like blackjack. I will play poker. There's some Asian game that you're supposed to be able to have a chance at, Pachinko, or I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But there's some Asian game you're supposed to be able to have a chance at. But I've done pretty decent on blackjack. It's just I didn't get what I wanted.
I don't know how much they pay anymore, but like in Keno, if you pick 4 corners on a dollar ticket, which is 2 games, if you hit them 4 corners, you hit $125 back on a dollar ticket.
I know people who still play them and win big money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they'll flat ass tell you to your face. You know, they're like, I lose more than I win, but sometimes you wonder if you believe them. They got their systems down. I know.
Yeah.
The one guy, he's a power player everywhere, in every one of these casinos, the tournaments or whatever. And this dude is wild looking. And I mean, he's wild looking by anybody's standards. He's wild looking, and he's a crazy gruffy old guy. But he's a power player everywhere. His stack of Players Clubs cards is like that big, and he goes everywhere he wants for 3 free things or like that. And he's had security mess with him before. He points out, or he gets in arguments with them or whatever. And one of the stage people or whoever they are, you know, one of the bosses comes over, leave him alone. Get out of here.
Dude, Mama Bear said the last slot machine I played had an angry old lady in the house slipper staring at me while she put her nasty feet up on the machine. She asked me how long I planned on playing her machine.
Well, that sounds like a challenge to me.
Right? I would have been playing all day.
I'm gonna be late. That'd be the goal. I'm gonna be late.
No, I was dating this woman years ago. Her name was Kat. The first time we went to North Shore, Tahoe Biltmore was the base one. Right across from it was Crystal Bay, and that's where she liked to go. And she goes, "We're going to go see my machine." I go, "It's your machine?" She goes, "It's got my name stenciled on the bottom of it." And sure as shit, her name was stenciled on the bottom of the machine, and they all knew her.
We're so close to Vegas. You hear stories. There's some of these people that are so well known there, and people don't realize it. If you're in Las Vegas and you're at a machine, you can ask one of the walkers or whatever. I forget what it's called, a sitter or something like that. And you're on a machine, you're having a hot streak or whatever. You don't have to cash out. They will have someone come sit in your seat while you go to the bathroom.
Yep, they do that in Reno too.
Yeah, the one lady I was talking to, she says, lady comes, she's like sitting on my machine. She's gonna sit on my machine. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. She's like, keep playing, just keep going, max bet, just keep hitting it. No, man, we can't do that. You gotta press your own buttons. Like, yo, keep playing. Old ladies are funny.
I played the penny slots and lost all my cents one spin at a time in $60.
Yeah. Well,
There's actually two pachinko machines here in the house. We got a couple. They're not in working order right now.
well, when you actually go through Vegas, I know it was a little different because the machines were slower way back in the day, 70s, 50s, whatever, when they had the machines. But still, the bets were a penny, a nickel, a quarter, a dollar. Well, if somebody was in there spending dollar machines in the 70s, they were losing some pretty good money, or winning some pretty good money.
Oh yeah.
I think median income in America in the 80s was like 25,000 in the early 80s. That was a good solid middle class income or something like that.
Oh yeah.
But that was a thought that crossed my mind while I was down there. I know, it's like now they've got, it's a penny machine, and there's 58 lines.
Yeah.
So you bet 2 cents per line, and you're $1.25 or whatever. 45,000. I think it's more like 55, Danny. I don't know. But I was just wandering through there. Even at the one line machines, they must have had those machines set a lot looser or something. It was nuts.
Jared, if you're still in there, check your email, bro.
Do what?
Jared, I'm talking to Jared.
Flying out.
Excuse me.
I don't know, Danny. I don't know what it is. I'm California. Everything's screwed up out here. Back when I was young, they just opened the Luxor, and my aunt and uncle took me and my brother with them for a weekend. And this was early 90s, or late 80s, early 90s, so the casinos still wanted to cater to the adults, let them play or whatever. So we went in the Luxor, which is a brand new casino, and the arcade was a penny. Every game was a penny. So every hour or two, they would swing by and hand us another dollar or two, and we could go in there and we could just play. And free babysitters.
Nice, Donna.
Very nice, Donna. Yeah, it's real easy to get $7, $10, $20 a spin on a freaking penny machine.
Yeah.
Nice, J. Paul. I've been getting ads for Vegas since I've been over there. Now they're talking about some foreign tourist won like $400,000 on a $30 bet.
What? Yep, I walked into the Tall Biltmore one time. Me and a friend, he was over on one machine. There was a dollar machine nobody was playing. By the door, it was Progressive machine.
Hi, Johnny.
So I sat down, dumped in $3, and I hit the Progressive right off.
Well,
after the taxes were taken out right there and then, I got a check for $39,000 and some change.
Nice. That's what I was doing the first night. Was I was trying to play smart, and I was going around and I see all these busy machines and I'd look for the one that was lonely. You know, some of them just call your name anyway, but I was looking for the machines that were lonely, or, you know, right off of the aisle, you know, that machine's getting played. This one over here that's a little hard to get to isn't going to get played as much. So I was just betting my luck on trying to go to play the machines that weren't getting played as much, and I was doing pretty good doing that because they were eager.
Got a small pepper.
Well,
But
when I walked in, I was about ready to turn back out because I stood there for a few minutes before I played the machine, and I didn't hear any buzzers going off, no lights going off anywhere either. So,
yeah,
and it was pretty full. It wasn't a dead day. I'm thinking, I don't know, nobody's winning anything here, you know.
yeah.
My friend Johnny goes, "Nah, let's stay." I went, "Okay." Then boom, it's like, okay.
I would have left instantly with a check that large. Go ahead and write my check. Vacation over. We're leaving.
Oh, we stayed because I had 350 on another machine, and I went to this. It was 9 nickel machines, and it was some German race game, and I think I hit that for 225. Then we left after we had lunch, which was a T-bone steak.
Yeah.
Can you pull up the comment picker again?
Oh, okay. It'll be the last one because I was getting ready to shut down for the night.
I want to give away a sticker with a picker.
Nice. That's the other one I heard people talking about, was when they would get wins like that or whatever. Back in the old days, they said, if you got a check like that, you just go up there. They'll give you a free stamp in an envelope. They said you just mail the check back home to yourself so you don't have time to waste it again.
You just got Worry Me Jones, and now he wants to go play.
William E. just log into Vegas.com. What is it? Is that the website? You can play for free all night with their money. You don't have to bet anything. What the hell is it? I got it on my phone.
Okay, make a comment, people, if you want in on this. I'm showing 20 entries. We got 22 people, so, and I'm not entering, so I guess we are good.
That's a sticker with a picker, man. You got a comment, Bill.
Oh, okay.
That's from PA. That's gold. Oh, Vegas World. Vegas World is what I play. You can play that free with their money all day long. You never bet anything, and it's just enough to take the gaming out of you.
Okay, that's weird. Oh, 24 watching. We got 24. So let's do the draw.
Yeah, you're pretty
Run
good.
Why isn't it
You want to
showing?
pull it up?
Can't see it.
Got to share it.
I did hit share. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm going to have to rerun it because.
Yeah, go present.
What the hell? Why aren't you? Wait a minute. Let me see what the hell's going on here.
No problem, Greg.
There we go.
There it is. Rubbing it. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, Danny, it's one of those things. You play, you're gonna lose.
Oh,
Hey, nice, Bill.
That was definitely rigged. I'll tell you that.
Hey, his show, his rules.
Right. Congratulations, Bill.
If you have fun on them, William.
well, thank you, Dan. And I don't think I have your email, so.
PA Patriot at gmail.com. PA Patriot Prospecting at
That's right.
gmail.com.
That's right. I do have it. Thank you.
I was considering doing a cruise in the next few years, but I keep hearing they're big, giant drinking fests. Like everybody's.
Yeah. It's a
Thank
big
you,
party. I
everyone.
went to a couple of them.
Doesn't
In,
really
17, 18, and 19, I went on cruises.
There you go, Bill. That was a nice win for you.
Yeah, it was. Thank
It was a
you.
nice, relaxing night, everybody. Good to see you here.
Yep. Time to end the stream. I got to get up early in the morning and co-host with Rob. Thank you, Zaxxon. Thank you, Dan.
No
So
problem,
much.
brother.
Been a fun Saturday night.
Have a great night, everyone.
Everybody
great
in the
night,
chat,
everybody.
have a great night. We'll
Take it
see you
easy.
later.